Hello, BookTube. I've got a fun tag for you today. This is the Rule of Three tag. This was created by the iconic Sui at Sui's Book Banter in celebration of her 3-year anniversary on BookTube, and I was tagged by, again, the iconic diva, Book Chat with Hat. Now, for the record, I love Sui's channel. I have been watching her since day one. I remember when she done her big bookshelf tours. That's when I joined, but I've loved her for the last 3 years. Her videos are incredible. If you don't know her, check her out. She's an iconic booktuber in my mind, and someone who I strive to be, really. But she's done a 3-year anniversary tag, and it's pretty much questions that are grouped into three, and it's really fun, and I really want to do it because Suli's an incredible booktuber. But let's get started. So, 3 questions about books and reading. Question 1. What are 3 of your favorite genres? For me, that's romance. I know classics isn't technically a genre, but so I'm not going to say classics. I'm going to say romance, historical romance in particular. I'm going to say biography, prime minister biography I really love, and history. So those are my main 3. 2. Who are your 3 auto-bio authors? There's a lot, to be honest. Tessa Dare could release a book, and I would, it would heal me from all my woes. So Tessa Dare. I'm also gonna say Susan Casey. She does amazing, oceanic history, not history, but like non-fiction books about the ocean. I love so much. Her book about waves, or Devil's Teeth about sharks, is great as well. Who else am I gonna say? I have to look around. I'm also going to say Robin Hobb, to be honest, because I know she doesn't release much anymore. But if she done like a new series, I'd pick it up immediately because I love Realm the Eldings, and she also has another series I started but I haven't finished because I'm not ready to be done. I know she wrote a lot of stuff under different names, but like the Robin Hobb name, I'm like, I love it so much. So those are gonna be my 3 auto-buy authors. Third question. What 3 books do you recommend the most? Now, I am awful at giving book recommendations. I've always sucked at it. So take these with a grain of salt because I don't know who I'm recommending to, but I'm just going to recommend Georgia Heyer. Just take Heyer. Take Heyer. She's one of the greatest authors that ever lived in my mind. I'm also going to give you the William Tyndale translation of the New Testament. Again, I love it so much. And another book I'm gonna recommend, if I look around, anything by Kafka. You're safe with anything. Pick up the short stories, pick up the novels, or his letters. Go with that. So that's what I'm going to be recommending you today. Then after that, 3 questions about booktubing. 4. What is your favorite book from each year of the past 3 years? Now, I read a lot, so I can't remember what I've read really. I read the complete plays of Shakespeare in the last 3 years. That was amazing. I can't even remember, to be honest. I'm also gonna say I have to look around. I reread the Hannibal Lecter books by Thomas Harris. Some of my favorite books ever. I forgot how much I loved them. And a third one. Oh my god, I have to look around. I'm gonna say, rediscovering my love of Nora Roberts. So like The Search, or Whiskey Beach. I love Whiskey Beach. So those are my main 3. Again, I read so much I can't remember over the last 3 years, but those are some guesses. 5. What are 3 things you've learnt from each year of the past? Oh, sorry, I just stuffed up that question. What are 3 things you've learnt from booktubing? Now, I've only been doing booktube for I don't even know how long. I started back in February, so I've been doing it for quite a bit now, a couple months, and I've learned that I love making videos. I learned how consistent I am making videos. I've done I know I've hit the 260 like videos I've made over that in 7 months, so that's really exciting. So I'm very consistent. I've learned that. I've also done a really long of a Child's Garden versus that I've been doing now for 30 weeks in a row, which is insane. And it's like Stockholm syndrome to me. I can't stop, and I'm not ready for it to end. A second thing, I don't know. I I don't know. I'm just gonna say that's my main one because I don't really think about stuff like that. I'm just here for fun, really. 6. What are 3 goals you have next year on BookTube? There are a couple things I would love at some point to do a redo of Australian like books starter kit. There's so many. I need to like narrow it down to certain subjects because it's going to be a long video, and I'm not I need more time to flesh it out. I'm also forcing Joshua Crebo to do the complete plays of Billy Shakes with me next year. If you want to join in, we're still working it out. At least I said we are, but like I really want to do them with him because he hasn't read the complete plays of Billy, and I'm very much due for a reread of Billy Shakes. So it's about time I go on to that. And a third thing, that's really it. Really, I don't have that much planned, to be honest. So yeah, those are like my 2 main goals. Next, 3 random for fun questions. 7. What are 3 fictional worlds you'd like to visit? And I'd say none. I'm not a fictional world girly. I'm never like I want to go to the realm of the Elderlings. I never want to go to like the Song of Ice and Fire. I don't want to go to those worlds. Mary Dory Russell's The Sparrow's world. I don't want to go to that. I'm happy in Earth, really. So I don't have any for that. 8. What are 3 ships, relationships, romantic or platonic, you will always root for? I don't really think about this. Again, I don't know, to be honest. I'm sorry, but I'm skipping that because I generally don't know. 9. Name 3 books with a number in the title. Now I had to look at these because I don't. It took me a while, to be honest, because I'm like, what do I think of? And I want it to be like diverse and not just same thing over and over. So I picked 12 Days of Terror by Richard G. Filoni. Oh my god, I can't say his name. You'll know it. Richard 12 Days of Terror. It's an amazing book about the New Jersey shark attacks. It's incredible reading. Close to Shore is another great book about it, but I love 12 Days of Terror. I think it's one of my favorite books ever. The Cry on Lot 49 by Pynchon, of course, and because I couldn't think of anything else, I'm gonna say I'm so sorry for this. 120 Days of Sodom by Desard. I don't like Desard. I have his books and I haven't read them in years. But in saying that, we do share a birthday, which out of every author, I don't know why I share a birthday with Desard. Like out of everyone, it's him and Thomas Hardy I share a birthday with, but. Yeah, so I don't know why it has to be Desard, but anyway, that's a book with numbers in the title. Bonus question: what book are you excited to read this next year? To read this next year, a lot, to be honest. Anything. I don't have that planned. Again, Billy Shakes. I would love to reread the Hannibal Lecter novels again. I read them last year, but it'll be like the 3rd time I read them, and I love them so much. I would love to reread like Picnic at Hanging Rock, or finish the Tyndale New Testament translation, or Little Big by John Crowley or whatever it is. I have always heard of that. There's a couple things that I'm not a goals person, so, but it's really interesting because it puts me in that perspective. I actually have to think. And so yeah, last thing, tag 3 booktubers. I couldn't just tag 3 because I doubled down, so I chose 6. I'm tagging Joshua Crebo. I'm tagging Ed Elizabeth as I lay reading. Talia Nerds Out. Emma M Reads, Faith at Faith and Books, and Melody's Book Nook is an iconic channel. And so those are the 6 people I'm tagging because this tag needs to be shared because it's Sui's 3-year anniversary on BookTube, and it's such a lovely. It makes me reflect too because I've been watching her channel for so long. But yeah, that was the Rule of 3 book tag. Thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I will see you next time.